I don't want stuff, ringing off.
We're
Oh, look
good.
at you being professional.
We're
Always,
good.
man. Everything I do.
Okay.
Respect the recap.
Respect
Respected.
the recap. Episode trace.
We're
And it is what
going
it
over
is.
week 4, right? Respect the
Huh?
recap. Week 3, episode 3.
Episode
Yeah, that's
3.
what I said. Episode trace.
I listen, bro.
3.
I'm listening. I'm paying
Week
attention. What's
3.
up?
Week
Week
3,
three of
episode
football.
3. It's 3 of us right
I
now.
was just telling Rob,
things.
I was thinking today, like, how do we get, we can touch on more games, but we do a good job of what our teams did. So that's 3 games right there. The shock of the week, that's 3 more games right there. And then, maybe 5 minutes we talk about something crazy that popped up. But we do a good job of hitting most of the good games for everyone's viewing and listening pleasure.
Yes.
And, excuse me. And if there's a game or something that you guys want us to recap, that's what we got the comment section for.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Comment down in the section on Instagram, MySpace, My Face, all that.
His face.
Twitter, tickety talk.
X, Z.
That's what we do. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
X, not Twitter.
I can't give over
My
the
bad.
X. I still call it Twitter. One day maybe I'll be able to say X, but right now it's still Twitter. Twitter X maybe. I'll merge it together.
I got enough X in my life.
Oh,
That was good. Well, I'm gonna start it off here with our teams. Bills fan, Bills Mafia. Now, I wasn't surprised at this. To me, Washington is a fake 2-0. We talked about it the other day. Sam Howell's got numbers, but it's Washington. They're not there yet. Is he the guy? I don't know. But Buffalo, they covered the -5.5. Over under was under 44 because they blew them out 37-3. And then the money line, Buffalo. Didn't really bet on that game. We'll get to the bets on the full podcast for Friday morning, you guys. We'll go over all the bets and such. But as a Bills fan, I'm happy with the win. First game against the Jets wasn't the best. We beat the Raiders. We should have beat. We beat Washington, who we should have beat. How we should have beat them. We should not be in close games with these teams. That we should be blowing them out, and we're blowing them out. 37. And it was, bro. They kicked the field goal to avoid the shutout in the fourth quarter with 50 seconds left. Oh my God, I was so upset. I want to see the shutout. I want Buffalo's overall points differential to be monumental, points for and against. But I'm happy with the win, and I'm going to jump right to going forward as a Bills fan. This week at Buffalo, Miami, the hometown team. I'm excited for the game. I'm glad. So last year, I went to the Bills Dolphin game down here. I think week 4 or 5, 300 degrees on the field. Guys were dropping like flies. It was one of the hottest games I've ever been to. It was a nightmare. I'm glad this year they're flip-flopping because I want to see Miami speed, and I want to see it up there in Buffalo in the snow. I want to have a full game. I want to be able to see that. So Buffalo coming down here in January should be cool. Miami going there this week. It's not going to be snowing. Should be able to see good football on both games. I'm excited about it. I am very concerned as a Bills fan. I'm not oblivious. I'm not one of these go out there and try harder guys. We'll get them, go team. No. Miami's speed is ridiculous, bro.
Vegas
scary
stinks.
good.
Buffalo's the favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I see that. -3, I think I saw.
-3. Vegas likes Buffalo.
Oh, and it's what is it? -3 is pretty much you give it to the home team. Is what I
pretty much an even game.
Yeah, you just go to the home team. But I think we talked about it here. I talked about it with the old man. I don't want to see Tua get hurt. I've been on Team Tua since the day he got drafted. But you got to look. Let's say he does get hurt. You're not falling back to Skylar Thompson or some dud backup guy. You've got Mike White, who's proven to be a pretty decent play when he has to get in. So even Miami shored up their biggest question mark, so to speak, their injury quarterback. I am concerned about Miami and how that offense rolls. The defense is so-so. We get it. But that offense is something serious. So I'm looking at Buffalo going forward. I'm happy with the 2 wins against these dud teams. The Jets game, I'm going to write it off. This is a big, big game for Buffalo. At Buffalo, Miami's coming up there. I'm excited.
I think it's a big game for both. It's to
Hell
see
yeah, it is. Miami to stay undefeated.
Well, that and to see if that offense is really high octane. Then also the measuring stick to see the differential between the two. If Miami is that far up, or if Buffalo has fallen that far down.
We'll get
to go
Dewey
back
on
to
here, and he
to go
can
back
talk
to
about his
Buffalo to
team.
win.
I'm gonna go Miami.
I got Buffalo to win. I'm picking Buffalo to
I
win.
think Buffalo's gonna win. Again, to me, it's a big deal with the home at this time of the year.
To interject on what you were saying about your team earlier, I don't think y'all should have beat Washington like that, because
I wasn't concerned about that.
Their defense was supposed to be pretty solid. Offensively, yeah, they still got some.
Well, because that's the thing. Buffalo's offense is elite.
Was supposed to be.
Buffalo's offense is elite. So a good defense like that, no. Buffalo should have done what they did to the Jets. And if they were just, I'm not sure if it's emotions. I'm not sure if it's thinking they're already going to walk through the AFC, whatever it was. But they were not ready for the Jets. They've been ready for these last two games. Granted, they're not stud teams, but they've been ready and been playing pretty good.
Like you said, they took care of business. They're beating the team that they're supposed to beat and doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Yes, sir. So I'm happy to be a Bills fan today. 2-1, moving on to a very big divisional game. But as of right now, I'm very happy with the Bills. Rob, what you got?
Same thing.
Yeah.
49ers went and beat on the second worst team in the NFL, New York Football Jets. It's not a good time to be a good New York fan of football. Oh, goddamn. Alerts. Team is looking good. I know, there's still question marks on our QB, but, again, with the way we are, the talent and whatnot, it's built around the defense with skill positions on the offensive side. So it's not really asked too much for the quarterback to go out there and be Patrick Mahomes and all these, quote unquote gunners of the leagues. He's just got to be efficient, get the balls in the yak players, and do what we're supposed to do. So we came, did what we're supposed to do, thrashed them. And we're going to show the world how you take care of business next week when we play the Cardinals. Because
not going to do with Cowboys.
Nah, my only concern on my team right now, and it's always been like that for the past couple of years, is just our secondary. But my brother over there always tends to say that my secondary is better than I want to give him credit for. But I'm not too worried about what we got going on. Hopefully we can just keep it together and keep rolling. But it was a solid win. A little choppy, but overall solid. McCaffrey's looking good. Purdy is doing his thing. I'm not trying to wish it on him, but I'm just ready for Purdy to have his one bad game or not look really good, so that can get out the way. So people can just
he hasn't
leave us
had one
alone.
Yet. He's
has
he not lost a game except for the championship when he got hurt last year? Besides that, he's 2+ touchdowns in every game, and he hasn't lost one. And that team is incredible. And we talked about it last week. They were looking to ease up on McCaffrey, 18 rushes instead of 20, but Elijah Mitchell had 11. Debo had 1. A couple of guys had some rushes, so they definitely took a little bit of heat off of McCaffrey.
That was and that was the main thing. That's what I like. Hopefully, we get Ayuk back because
I didn't know that. I didn't know he was out till the game started.
Yeah, he's a good focal point of offense. He's our best receiver, complete receiver, route running ability, separation to get open and things of that nature. So definitely, you can see the dynamics of the offense changes when he's not in the game. Plus the chemistry that him and Purdy has to go with Kittles. So hopefully, but I love our defense. That kid from USC, what's his name? Jackson again. Kinlaw.
They've got a solid defense, bro.
We're good. We're good on every level. I like it. Looking good. Looking dominant. I still got Eagles as the best in the East. NFC East right now. Oh, thank you.
I don't know, bro. I'm still taking
How
San
was that?
Francisco.
I don't know. Somebody give me a thumbs up. I like it.
What the hell is that?
The Indianapolis Colts at the Baltimore Ravens. Felix, how you feel about your team?
Hey, man, I'm feeling good right now, man. We 2-1. You know what I'm saying? We went into Baltimore with our backup quarterback, our backup running back, our third string center.
Minshew, Mike
Holy
Stewart.
You know, and we went in there. We got the job done. We made it ugly. Defense showed up. Minshew, death by 1,000 cuts, and you know, Zach Moss showed up and put the pound to him, and we came out victorious. You know
Pound
what I'm saying?
Town. Took him to Pound Town.
Yeah,
You know
Moss,
what I'm saying?
30 for 122 yards.
Yeah.
You know, we gave out the highest contract ever in the offseason to a kicker, and he's the first kicker in history.
450 yarders, right?
450 yarders in the same game, first in history. So so far,
whoever had him in fantasy, boy, 24, 25 points he gave out.
Money well spent. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
hey, we're
gonna
go
the money to a kicker. He's got to show up, and he definitely did.
Yeah, so I like what we did, man. My defense showed up. Ziggy Smalls lead the league in tackles again. He got 45 tackles in 3 games.
Damn,
who's that? Franklin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking here. 15.
So he led the
league
league last year in tackles.
Solo.
And he's already just he's leaving them right now. He's got 45 in 3 games.
God dang.
He's a machine. Ziggy Smalls is a machine. So, and that front four got after Lamar. You know what I'm saying? Got some sacks. I think they got another game with like 4 or 5 sacks.
Bro, they kicked it. They dominated the other day.
That's still your Super Bowl team, best team in the AFC.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
They weren't going undefeated.
No.
That's true.
So, but no. I like how we are, man. We got the Rams coming up. We can get the Rams. We'll be 3-1.
Puka.
We'll be 3-1 with JT and Jelani coming back next week.
Richardson coming back?
Yeah, he'll be back this week most likely. He'll probably practice tomorrow.
At Indy's gonna be. That's a big deal too.
We'll get Ryan Kelly back too, hopefully.
What's up with your fake Jordy Nelson? When is he gonna come alive?
This is one of his better games.
Talking about what's his name? Alex something or other. What's his name?
Alex Pierce. The kid don't have a route. He don't have a route tree. And right now, the way teams is playing us, they playing too high safeties because they don't think we can run the ball. So when you playing too high, he's not able to get deep. He had a deep one against Baltimore, and DB made a good play on the ball, but it was there. He got open.
I like your rook, Downs.
But Downs is already our number 2 receiver. So whatever we get from Alec, he don't have a route tree. He's just a go. He just can. That's it. He got one route.
I like Downs.
So
I'd say Moss is looking good. Even whether JT comes back or not, he's definitely running wild over there.
I'm still trying to figure out why you dropped him.
But what was I gonna say? Once JT is back, then the teams will have to respect the run a little bit more, and they're not gonna be able to play that too high, and then you'll start seeing us hit the deep ball more. Because even Moss had 2 or 3 runs last in the Baltimore game that if it was JT, it would have been 70-yard touchdown. The first play of the game, he took off, and I swear that boy was moving in quicksand.
Yeah, he does. He's not very quick, bro. He's got power, a little bit of speed, but he is not quick.
No, not at all. So, but But yeah, once JT come back next week,
all right, you're
you start having
hopeful.
to respect. You have to start respecting that run. Hey,
he got to come back unless he gonna be in the same position next year.
Yep.
So he got.
My defense gonna keep us in every game.
Oh, I can see that.
All we got to do is figure out. We already scoring more than what we were scoring last year. So our offense last year was ranked 20 something, and then this year they already in the top 15. So
I wish I'd have kept Gilly locked though.
Nah, man, we good, man. I like young boys, man. I like the. You ain't see Juju?
Listen,
Juju was balling out there. Juju was one of the highest rated DBs in PFF this week. And his first start. That boy 6'3", long.
Oh. Your race to 9. I mean, I'd feel looking at that team, except for how Houston played, which we're going to jump to in a second. My shock of the week is how badly Jacksonville looked. But that division, your guys lead the division right now, 2-1. Houston had a good game. Jacksonville can't seem to get it together, and Tennessee is just are they gonna jump, make that next move or not? Are they gonna jump the hurdle or not? They're just kind of meandering in the middle there.
I told you it's a race. I told you this division is a race to 9 games. So lap 3, right. We win in after lap 3.
Well, 2 more wins and y'all win the first quarter. So
yeah, pretty much. As I say, we're almost to the end of the first quarter of the season, and 2-1 is not looking too bad.
No, man, we could somehow get this Rams game. We'll be sitting at 3-1.
That'll be a good win right there, man. Because the Rams, they lost the other night, but they're a high-powered team. And you said that defense, man, they're showing up.
They didn't run the ball like they should have last night.
No, they did not. And I started Williams.
I think that's what cost him. I started him too, and he was good.
And who's Jacksonville playing this week? They're going to London, right?
They're going to London. They're playing
back-to-back games in London.
I think they're playing Atlanta.
Yeah, I just looked it up. Where'd it go?
And then
they got back-to-back games in Atlanta. I'm hoping they could drop one.
Yeah. Might be Atlanta and Buffalo.
Yeah, Atlanta there, and that's. I'd be pissed. I'm a Jacksonville fan, and that my home game is going to be in London again for the 10th year in a row.
2 years. They got 2 weeks in a row there.
They got 2 weeks in a row there.
Yeah, but still, they're going to put one as a home game, one as an away game. Either way, they're losing home field.
It doesn't matter. Did you see the game on TV last week? There's empty seats everywhere.
Oh, no, I know. Well, you're right. That's true, too. There's not much of a home field when they're out there stinking it up. So we'll jump right to it then. Dewey's not here. We'll get to Dewey's how he feels about his team, the Dolphins. We can only imagine how he's going to feel. And
he said it's sunny. It's 70 and sunny.
Listen, man, I'm not a Dolphin fan, but we're all down here. Football is not boring. I don't listen to sports talk radio anymore, but there's nothing boring about talking to people in the yard, talking to your boys, people who follow football down here. Everyone's excited. The Dolphins are not a boring, crappy team. They're stepping it up.
I had 4 people today offer me a ticket, man. They trying to buy me tickets.
Get on this
train. I was like, relax.
So I'm going to get to, once again, the world famous shock of the week.
Shock.
Bro, the Jacksonville Jaguars week 3 performance. Now, I'm not going to take away from Houston. They put it on them. They dominated them in every possible way. I'm not really paid attention to these rookies, the big 3 rookies that are out there, how good they're supposed to be and not be. But the game against Jacksonville's defense isn't horrible. They're not great, but they're not bad. But CJ Stroud looked like a professional football player, like he's been playing for 4 or 5 years the other day. He was throwing all over the place. He lit them up. Jacksonville's performance, bro, they look so bad against a team that should not really be competing right now. And again, they're 1-2, but that was a dominant win by a team who backed into the playoffs last year. We all thought would do well this year, except for Felix. He's been calling them a fake playoff team since we started doing this podcast. I bought into him. Trevor Lawrence is my fantasy quarterback in one of my leagues. They're just.
I mean, Felix did tell us about Houston.
They're bad, bro.
He did say when they hired DeMarco, that he would have them boys.
That defense is gonna get short up pretty soon. They're gonna get better and better.
Credit to him on that one.
But
they got pieces. They got pieces on the defense. They got Stingley Jr. in the secondary. They got the
They do.
Anderson Jr.
And it was kind of, we talked about it too because we tried to figure out whose shocks would be. Houston came up on a couple people's lists because it was a good game by them. I'm taking the bad of Jacksonville versus the good of Houston because I think Jacksonville losing how they did is more shocking to me than Houston winning. I mean, Jacksonville, it was
We're in the same boat with my
17-0.
shocker. We're in the same boat with my shocker.
Yeah, Jacksonville was 17-0, got to 17-10, 24-10, 34-17, 37-17. I mean, it was never close. Jacksonville in a division game with everybody again at the beginning of the season, real tight together, they could have a big division jump and they lose. That's a shock to me. Jacksonville, I don't know what they're doing out there. They got Ridley supposedly the superstar run receiver. I don't buy it.
He didn't do anything.
Understood. He's not done anything the past couple games. Etienne's running okay. The defense, they've been looking so-so. They held Kansas City last week week 2 to 17 points or something. They only scored in the fourth quarter. Their defense is there. Week 3, Jaguars, I'm shocked at how they lost that game so badly.
Why you keep getting a thumbs up, Doc?
I have no clue.
Yeah, there you go
What
again.
is going on? Did you do something to his screen?
No,
bro. Now he's just checking his mouth that he's getting a thumbs up.
Oh shoot! Is that me doing that? That's crazy.
I don't know what he doing.
Oh
there
shit!
You go.
That has to be.
That is me. What the? Yo,
no, don't work. It don't work for me.
And I got the computer, so it's got to be an iPhone thing.
Yeah, updated to the
Well, listen, they approved of my
iOS
shock
17.
of the week. They approved that my shock of the week, Jaguars, are horrible. Let's see what we got.
Yo, we got something.
Awesome.
We got something here. We got something here, baby. Nah, I got you.
I don't got
Great.
it. Damn, I don't got it.
Leave it to me now. I got you.
But I'm going to finish up real quick here. Jaguars didn't cover. Point spread plus 7.5. Over under 43. Houston beat the doors off them. It was a bad game. You know, Trevor Lawrence.
Cost me in one of my eliminators. Appreciate it.
Yep. They hit a few people. Trevor Lawrence, 27 for 40, 270 and a touchdown and an interception. Etienne had 88 yards rushing. Not bad. But Ingram, 67 yards. Kirk, 54. Etienne receiving 50. Agnew, 49. Calvin Ridley, 3 for 40. I mean, again, shock of the week, Jacksonville. They stunk it up big time against Houston. Props to Houston. They beat them, but Jacksonville losing is more of a shock to me than Houston winning.
Yeah,
Rob, you got.
You stole that one from me.
That's second place. That's second place.
You stole that one from me.
That's second place.
Because there were quite a few, but because I have Lawrence on my fantasy team and I watch the game, like I'm always flipping through to see what they're doing. I watch more of the game than I don't. And I'm just like, what are these guys doing out here? Like, it's Houston. How are they struggling? And they were struggling against Houston.
Well, my shocker is them punk-ass Cowboys because they got me eliminated out of my eliminator.
I don't got it.
You know?
Yeah, as we saw a few people have the Cowboys. But yes, sir. Go,
yeah,
man. Go.
That was it. That was the shocker of the week to me.
You know, America's team, best team. Everybody was raving. This one included. Best team, best defense. All this, yeah.
Yeah, I'm on their defense train.
Not a question is posed. Are they really were they really overhyped, or is Cardinals really not that bad? Because this is the second week in a row that they've been giving a team a run-in. We tried to give them a pass last week because, you know, the Giants, a lot of people don't think the Giants is as good as they're as advertised or should be. But now they went up against the Cowboys and they came out smoking. They was running wild on them. These guys went for 222 yards of an average of 7.4 yards a rush. What happened to that defense, man? What happened to this number one top flight defense?
Listen, that's my shock of the week, Cowboys defense. But that's my shock of the week, the Cowboys defense. Mm-hmm. But after doing some research, I'm not gonna put it all on. I'm not gonna bury him yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm not gonna bury him yet.
Do tell for the viewers at home. Do tell.
But I do think they put something on tape, and but I don't think every team can capitalize on it.
What's that?
Which is
right. What the Cardinals. Well, first of all, the Cowboys, they 2-8. They last 10 on grass.
Mm-hmm.
The defense is too slow on grass. And then secondly,
you did some real research. You did some real research.
Yeah, they too slow on grass. 2-8 in the last 10 on grass. But what I think they put on tape is they didn't allow Michael Parsons to attack. What they did was they ran a lot of zone read.
That I did see that.
Where they left Michael Parsons unblocked.
And had him just.
And Michael Parsons was the key. If Michael Parsons crashed down, Dobbs kept it. If Michael Parsons went to the quarterback, he gave it. So when I'm looking at it and you're not allowing Michael Parsons to wreck the game, that defense is not as good as it is. You know what I'm saying? Michael Parsons is what makes that defense go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm gonna put my sword down. I thought we was gonna fight today because I thought you was gonna blame it on Trayvon Diggs' injury.
Trayvon Diggs wasn't he wasn't tackling anybody.
No.
It's not like they went out there and threw the ball around. They ran the ball for 222 yards.
That's for your great analysis. That's for your great analysis.
So
that's exactly how I see it.
But they remind me of my old Colts teams where they play the same cover 2 Tampa 2 defense that we used to play. So you really smaller up front because you want to be fast. You want to get the lead and then rush the passer. So what happens when you never get the lead and teams run the ball right at you? And that's what happens.
Then you got to put the ball in Dak's hands, and he's going to do a Dak throw.
Yeah, so that's what happens. But I don't think a lot of teams can. I think Philly probably looking at the tape and was like, yeah, we're going to neutralize Michael Parsons with our offense like that. But a lot of teams can't do that. So, and plus, once you get them back on that turf, then Michael Parsons start running that 4-4 again.
And if you're blowing them out, you don't really have time to scheme. You're trying to play catch up, and you got to, what do they say? Pin yours back and go. The first 2 games, they're blowing teams out of the water. Their game plan is done. They're trying to make a comeback, so they're just trying to pass, and Parsons.
Well, yeah, that's the whole thing. Now, my old Indies games, we wanted Peyton Manning to get up on you, a quick 14 zip, and now Freeney and Mathis is just.
So what you're saying is the Cowboys may not have a good road record this season.
Why wouldn't they have a good road record?
I mean, they're playing a lot of teams on grass.
Everybody got turf these days.
They did. Like I'm looking here, Dak. Dak 25 for 40, 250 and a touchdown. You have Pollard with 122 rush yards. Michael Gallup with 92. They did a good game.
Y'all got dirt out in San Francisco.
Bro, they came in. It wasn't even close. Like Rob said when I was talking about the Jacksonville and Houston, it was 9-0. The Cardinals 9-3, 15-3, 18-10, 21-10, 28. Never even close.
They got punched in the mouth.
They sure did, bro. And then when you need Dak to get back into the game, he doesn't have it. They don't have that. They're built to play from up top.
They ruined the Cardinals' tanking plans.
I mean,
I don't think the Cardinals are trying to tank.
Hall of Famer against the team.
Oh yeah, they trying to tank.
I can't tell because they came out smoking second week in a row.
They trying to tank.
I'm worried next week, but we gonna stay the course. We don't play with our food. We don't play with our food out here.
So we got our shocks there. You got
they trying to tank. Don't worry
overall.
About it. It's between them and Chicago who gonna get Caleb.
So we'll finish up with this. What else did we see I mean, my thoughts on Chicago on Fields. That team is not good.
I feel bad. I feel bad for him.
He's not good. If they're trying to make him a pocket passer and he doesn't know how to do it. I'm watching dudes on the reels on Facebook, videos of people yelling at him on TV. It's some of the funniest things you can see. He just holds the ball too long. It's either bad play calling where they're trying to throw 10, 15-yard ins and outs when the line can't block more than 2 seconds, get some quick ins and outs, or he just can't read the defense. It's one or the other, or a little bit of both.
I mean, they're not playing to his strengths.
I think he's in the wrong. He's in the wrong offense.
Yeah, exactly.
He's in the wrong. Orlovsky said that he watched the tape, and that offensive tape is a mess, and it's not Justin Fields.
I mean, he's a huge part of it, though. Like I said, it could be coaching.
It's not.
No, I mean, he can only do that. If you want him to stay on script.
The internet's not going to let you down. They're showing tons and tons of video of him getting 6-7 seconds back there just getting sacked because he can't read a defense.
Yeah, but they don't even know what he's looking for.
He doesn't know what he's looking for. That's the problem.
No, the Twitter people that's putting up videos, they don't even know what he's looking for.
Listen,
they don't even know his
regions open.
But you watch the game. He doesn't know.
They don't know nothing.
Back there.
They don't know what he's supposed to be doing
back there, bro. He looks lost.
No, he looks like he doesn't look clueless. He doesn't look lost. He looks gun shy.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't see him taking too many big pops. I don't see him having many turnovers. He just can't read the defense.
He looks like somebody that's out there thinking way too much.
Way too much. Mm-hmm. Instead of just playing off a natural instinct.
His natural instinct is to run, and they got a running back for that.
Well, he doesn't. They don't want him running. They got this Luke Getsy shit.
They have to incorporate some of his running. He's a good runner.
They need to teach him to pass, but has he been a good offensive coordinator?
But
that was a horrible hire.
With a quarterback like that, with his skill set,
I can call plays for Aaron Rodgers.
You can run him off a play action. If you want him to be somewhat of a pocket pass, you make him.
No, I agree with that. Roll him out.
But to have him sit there and just try to be a pure pocket passer, you're killing
that.
him.
I agree with.
You're being a detriment more to his game. And then
my thing is,
if you got him doing 4, 5, 7 step backs, it's not gonna work.
No, I'm with you there.
I hate coaches who don't coach to their players' strengths. They try to push. Like that, this is my system. This is how we're going to do it. This is my system. My system. My system.
Well, it sounds like if that guy stays there with his system, Fields is going to be gone. He's going to have to draft.
I think that whole coaching staff is gone because
that team is not good.
Eberflus, his defense is trash. His defense is horrible.
Ever since you mentioned his name to me, like I'll walk around the house, I'm at work. Eberflus. Like, I can't shake that from my brain, bro.
Listen, the Colts. The funny thing is, the Colts was about to fire Eberflus after that Colts Jags game where we lost the Jags and knocked us out the playoffs with Carson Wentz. Mm-hmm. They were going to fire Eberflus, and the Bears hired him as their coach, and we were like, "Awesome! We don't have to fire him.
That's great."
Great. And they hired Gus Bradley.
Terrible.
So they were about to fire Eberflus and his Tampa 2 zone. I don't know what he's got going on out there. He doesn't have the players to run that.
No.
He doesn't have the players to run his defense. And he's been there like his third year? Like,
I think so.
Still don't have the players yet. Like, you trade Khalil Mack, he don't fit the team. So, like, when are you bringing?
That makes no sense to me. How is one of the best defenders doesn't fit the team? You find a way to get that guy in there.
Exactly.
When are you gonna get your players in there? Like he got the linebacker. He got the linebacker from Buffalo. Because Buffalo
Emmons.
Because Leslie run the same defense. So he got the linebacker from there. He got TJ Edwards. Like, it doesn't matter. That Tampa 2 doesn't work unless you got a dominant 3 technique. You need somebody like a DeForest Buckner or Aaron Donald, somebody like that to make that defense work. A Warren Sapp. Warren Sapp made that defense famous. You need somebody like that. If you don't have that, that defense doesn't work.
So I think we're in agreement, front and back. The Bears team is not good.
They should have drafted Jalen Carter, terrible. And they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And that Eberflus is out. That defense is terrible, and that's his defense.
That whole coaching staff got to go.
Yeah, it's got to go. But listen, I respect the recap, but the short theme.
But you know me,
teams X, Y, and Z.
I don't like defensive head coaches.
No, I'm with you too. Especially if they got a hand on the offense, it doesn't work.
I hate defensive head coaches
because on your defense. Let a good offensive coordinator let him handle everything.
Yeah, but when that's the problem. When you're a defensive head coach and your offense is good, your offensive coordinator is leaving.
Yeah,
and then you're starting all over again.
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, we talked about that the other day. You mentioned that too. You're not wrong.
So if I was a GM, I would never hire. Look at Tomlin. Tomlin's having the same problem in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Every time he get a good OC, they leave. Now he's stuck with Matt Canada, who needs to be coaching in Canada. And the offense is horrible.
2-1, baby. Who told you at the beginning of the season?
Better thank that defense. They score more than the offense.
Hey, listen, bro, as long as they're doing things. Like I was saying, we'll get to this on the main podcast. Listen on Friday morning when we release it. I'm pretty sure we're going to get Felix and Dewey going at Herbert versus Minshew again.
I'm done with Dewey and his nerd numbers. Like, there's 32 teams. Not one of them is taking Tua over Herbert. Stop it. Stop with your nerd numbers.
He was going the chat today. He was going. I mean, I've never seen Dewey when he gets going. He gets going, and I'm looking. I'm like, what? Because I have Dewey, Felix, Rob, but I see Dewey, Felix, Rob, Dewey. He's just hitting with every stat there is about how bad statistically Herbert is going against Minshew. Like he's comparing him to Minshew. How Minshew has better numbers. But Herbert is a worse quarterback. I mean, listen, I think we're all in agreement. Minshew's a backup for a reason. Herbert's a starter for a reason. Dewey's making the argument that it should be reversed.
Herbert right now, his passer rating is 112. He's the only quarterback in the league that haven't turned the ball over yet.
He's playing. This is his best season so far. They look good out there.
What are you talking about? Take your nerd numbers and go shovel it.
Yeah, that's what you said. You said something to him today about being a white guy. I was in a customer's house. I had to walk outside because I started laughing.
Because I saw that meme and I was like, "That's Dewey." That is Dewey.
Oh yeah. He said, "I never thought I would."
That's when he came.
Yeah.
He put in a stat sheet on Herbert from his whole career on how Minshew has better numbers, and he ran with it. I was like, all right, we got to get this on Friday because he was going off on Herbert.
That is Dewey. That is totally Dewey. It says every year Gardner Minshew comes into a game, completes 80% of his passes with an average depth of throw of 0.5 yards and tricks white people into thinking he's good.
Bro, and then he came hard. He brought every stat he's ever found on the internet, I think, of Herbert, and he ran with it.
I don't get it, man.
Spot on.
Tua's mom wouldn't pick Tua over Herbert.
Damn.
And
on that note, respect her.
She probably love him as a son, but as a quarterback, she's taking Justin Herbert.
Well, I don't get it. Listen, I'm with you 100% with that. But right now, these Dolphin fans, they're loving Tua. I'm team Tua.
I mean, you can't talk to him now.
Right now. You saw him the other day. He's talking about.
You can't argue with him now.
Look at his accuracy. Man. He's dropping back 3 seconds, balls out. 3.5 seconds, balls out. Yep. Like they all of a sudden, Dolphin fans are watching every pro football focus analytic thing, sports science, and putting it to Tua and how great he's been.
Yeah, right
how
now,
about he's in his 4th year, second year with a good coach, a good system.
Joe Montana right now,
and he knows what he's doing with it.
Yeah.
Right now he's a Hall of. Right now, if he stopped playing today, he's a Hall of Famer.
I'm not even saying he's bad. I'm just saying he's not Justin Herbert.
Yeah, Herbert a lot of people would take Herbert over Tua, but these guys are watching Tua out there. Look how fast his release is. Look at his accuracy. You can't stop that.
I said it 2 years ago when the Dolphins hired my OC. I said Tua is going to be A-OK. That is the perfect system for his.
And you get the
receiving
core.
I saw another.
And there you go. And then you give him speed. He's basically back at Alabama playing.
I saw another stat. Yesterday was pretty awesome too.
Back home at Alabama.
If you take the top 8 ranked offenses right now, 6 of them come from Shanahan's tree.
I was about to say they probably Shanahan.
Yeah.
He's the new Andy Reid, the new Bill Belichick. Well, Belichick never had anybody good except for Vrabel come out underneath him.
No. But 6 of them come from Shanahan's tree. You got Miami, Minnesota.
According to Dewey's bestie, Brandon Marshall, it's not the Shanahan in the Dolphins. It's something we've never seen before.
It's something we've never seen before. He went in the lab and just created the Shanahan tree and the Mr. Miyagi tree and put it together, and now it's the Shanahan Miyagi tree
with all 7 Dragon Balls.
Yeah. Something we've never seen before.
Never.
All right, we're respecting the recap right here.
We never seen
episode 3. Watch us on Friday. The full podcast will be out. Dewey will be here. We'll get back to more football. Talk our usual stuff. This Friday, Respect the Game will be out.
Respect the recap.
Respect the Bet will be there. We'll get our usual stuff. But here it is. Respect the recap, episode 3.
And we out.
And we out of here.